Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Dan's channel. I am of course as always Big Dan, and today I'm going to be reviewing piece by piece the new Pharrell Williams film that has come out recently, or will be coming out depending on when this video is released. So based on what I'd heard about the film, I did have quite high expectations going into it. And another quick little disclaimer I want to give, I should have said this before, but I just want to say this video is probably going to be pretty short and sweet, to be honest. Mainly because I've not really got a whole lot to say about it in all honesty, so there's not really, much to fill the running time with. So I know that generally, obviously, I have short videos on this channel when it comes to reviews especially, but just expect it to be like that kind of thing, because I've not got a whole lot that I need to say about the film or that I think is really points I've got to say about it. So the things with the film is that I do actually quite like the documentary style that they went for with the film. I thought they used it quite well, and I do quite like the use of sort of the Lego within the film. Like, it's something really different, and I was a little bit curious as to like how they would implement it, but I do think it works quite well within the film and just sort of displaying his lifestyle and that. I do also like the use of the music that he's made in the past. Like, if you're a big Pharrell Williams fan, there is some clear good music here to be used and just enjoyed. That honestly, if you're a big Pharrell Williams fan, you'll be pleased. My only problems with the film really is that in the second act of the thing, the problem with it, you know how in documentaries sometimes they sort of include the voiceovers of people who knew him rather than the person itself, like who they're focused on. It does that a little bit, and while I can appreciate, obviously you need input from people who aren't just him at times, in some big chunks of the second act of the film, it felt like there was just a few too many times when they were like trying to use these external voices, and while I was watching it I was kind of thinking to myself, I would have preferred it like coming from him, because it would have felt a bit more authentic and like just engaging, and it felt like it was losing its focus a little bit, if that makes sense, because there was like little storylines here and there that started to maybe drift off a little bit where people were talking more about themselves, which again, fair enough. Like in a Pharrell Williams documentary, obviously, you want the focus to be on him kind of thing. So that was becoming a little bit of a problem in the second act. And as well as that, because of this happening, it meant that the second act in particular sort of dragged a little bit, because I noticed the correlation there being that when it wasn't him talking, I kind of felt myself looking at my watch, and caught myself looking at my watch, I should say, and just sort of not really being too interested in what they had to say as much. Like, I was listening, but I was kind of like, okay, can we get back to him, please, kind of thing, But thankfully, I can say about the film, it opens nicely and it ends nicely. Like, the third act and even the second act itself, it wasn't really a problem. Like, it was just two sort of chunks of it. It wasn't like the full thing. And the first and third were like completely fine, and that I have nothing to complain about with them. And I do also think the visuals here, they've utilised the Lego well in that respect, because it helped with the visuals in some respects of just like showing his inspiration to do the music and everything. So I did think that was quite nice. I'm sorry if this is going to be a short review, I just don't really have a whole lot else to say about the film. So for all of the reasons I've mentioned, my final verdict for Piece by Piece is a 7 out of 10. Though, as I said, the thing was, I was kind of expecting to be an 8, but the thing was, as I say, there was bits of it where it was kind of like it was losing itself when it came to pacing and just focus on Pharrell himself, rather than like just doing some sort of different stuff and like going all over the place kind of thing. It was kind of losing itself in little respects. So it kind of lost marks off us for that, because I found myself, as I said, just sort of looking at my watch a bit, and it was a little bit like, I kind of want to hear more from him rather than just other people who, as I said, did sort of go and talk about themselves a little bit. But it's still a decent watch, I'd say. Like, I was lucky enough to see this on a unlimited screen at Cineworld. So, as I say, if this is releasing before the film itself's come out for like main viewing, I would say it's worth a watch at least. It's not one of the best of the year, but I'd say it's still a decent film, and I did quite enjoy myself with watching this one. So yeah, I'd say it's worth a watch if you've got the time and money to go and do it. So yeah, that's about all I've got to say about the film. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been Big Dan, and I'm out. Peace.